5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Swift. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 3.5 to go, first quarter.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This complete to Jones. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Ready up.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Look at me. Zipper.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Shift. Hey.
51, Mike, 51.
Henry running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's get it.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
You're not gonna get me. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
To
the air again, Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Swift, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's the way. Hey, kill.
They run the counter. Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Monday.
To throw is Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
80, 53, 80.
On first down, it's Stafford. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On second down now, Swift. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Here's Stafford.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 63 yards.
It's a gain of 63.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second and 7, Stafford into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
He gets it to Brown. Good play. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3. But oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Next the score, Titans 14, Lions 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
Pull it high.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Titans.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door. and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
180.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
Omaha, ready, move. Hey, exit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Throwing deep for Galladay, and this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Ready, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, 77 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee. Tennessee territory.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hey.
Go.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They move the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jodum Clowney. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run for it with Johnson, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, Jet, go. Ready?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
First down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Watch the pass.
Hey, Foxtrot.
51.
Shoot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with.
Touchdown, Titans! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing again. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jodum Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third down, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 56, Mike.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Let him know, let him know. 56. Hey, 56, right there, 56. You got nothing today.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw, Stafford. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again, Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jodum Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Stafford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons and the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jim.
Look at me, zipper. Side.
This is Henry. Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Touchdown, Titans! As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. Stafford on first down. Jones has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. On first down, Swift. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready?
In your face.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Now Stafford. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.